morning, class. So as discussed in our morning ring this morning, we are going to be learning about nature and what plants need to grow and the safety things that we also need to look at when we are in the garden. So as you can see, we have got our beautiful flower here, and I would like you to all come and participate and look at what we're doing and ask questions, as many as you want, and just have fun with this activity. So, as we read earlier this week, we read about what plants need to grow. The first thing that they need is sunlight. Sunlight, we can see, can help us also get warm. It gives us oxygen to help us if we're feeling cold, and all the trees around us give us oxygen to breathe. But we need sunlight in order for all the plants to grow. So if we put the sun here, we can see that it will shine directly on our beautiful plants. We also need to remember that when we are working with soil, that is the sand that the plants go in, that we need to wear gloves because there are some funny bugs in there and some funny insects that can bite us and actually hurt us or give us very dangerous stuff that goes into our body. So we always need to remember to wear a set of gloves. And remember, boys, you don't just get pink gloves for girls, you get blue ones and black ones for boys as well. But we just need to make sure that we always wear gloves when we are busy in the garden. Okay, then another thing that we looked at is the amount of water that a plant needs. So there is a lot of different plants that need different amounts of water. One of them is a very, very, very important one that only gets a little bit of water, but it lasts very, very, very long. Can anybody tell me what it is? Yes, that's correct. It is called a succulent. Succulents are found in the deserts, and they keep water in for very, very, very long. And even when you have succulents in your own house or something like that, you only water them very, very, very limited amounts of water. So that means that we will only water our plants once a week if we've got succulents. But if we look at other plants like maybe roses or daisies or lilies or anything like that, we have to water them maybe once a day or maybe 3 times a week. So it all depends on the plants, but we need to also remember that when we do gardening, we need to make sure that we water all the other plants like the grass, the trees, everything, so that it can all grow. Okay, so if we look at our flower, we can see that we have got a purple flower. We've got a nice beautiful stem with leaves, and we've got grass. Sometimes plants will grow from the grass, but those are called weeds, and sometimes the weeds are really ugly, so we don't want those. We want the beautiful flowers. And then we've got the sand, and then deep, deep, deep in the sand we've got something called the roots. So the roots is where all the plants get its nutrition. Remember, we said that nutrition is the food for the plant. So that means that the plant is getting food from the sunlight, from the bugs. Maybe there's some good bugs in the plants, in the soil for the plants, the sand when we water it, and also to make sure that there's no funny little bugs on our plants as well is very good, because that means that it's getting the correct nutrients that it needs. Okay, then I want you guys to come up. I'm going to select maybe 3 of you, and you're going to tell me where these beautiful labels go. So can you tell us what we have at the top? We've got soil, we've got leaves, we've got the stem, we've got the flower, and we've got the roots. Over here as well, we've got the spade, and we use a spade to dig up the sand if it's a very, very, very big pot or a piece of garden that we are working with. But obviously if we've got a small pot, we can just use our hand with the glove on, because you don't want to be bitten by any funny bugs. Okay, so can I please get Lily to come up, and please can you show me where the roots are. Well done. Can everybody give Lily a clap? Well done. And then can I please get Daniel to show me where the stem is? Well done, Daniel. Okay, and then can I please get Bongiwe to come and show me where the soil is? Oh, sorry. We can just put the soil over there. Okay, well done, everybody. Okay, so now that we've talked about the different types of plants that we get and what we need to make sure that we are safe in the garden, we need to remember that we mustn't have any sharp or dangerous objects in the garden. And if there are maybe a fork that you're using to just get all the sand up, remember that you always have to ask mom or dad to be with you, or they must do it and you can plant the plant at the end. Okay, then we also look at what do plants give us. There is some plants that animals eat. Obviously there's some animals that eat different trees, like elephants. They like to eat the trees that have got very, very sharp thorns, and we can't eat that, hey? Correct. Okay, so thank you so much everybody for listening to our lesson. We're going to go and have a look outside now and see all the different types of sticks that we find, leaves that we find, different plants that we find, different colors, different trees, the sizes, shapes, everything. Okay, can you please all line up at the door? Remember, girls in your line, boys in your line, and we will go and have a fun time outside. Thank you so much.